Hello, everybody. It's the coach. This is Madden 20 on EA Sports. We're just about set to get started, and this ought to be a good one between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. With that, let's head over to Raymond James Stadium in Tampa for the call of this one. We bring in our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
We are just a few miles from the Gulf Coast of Florida at Raymond James Stadium here in Tampa. Just a short time ago, the Buccaneers emerging from their tunnel to the roar of this frenzied crowd here in the Sunshine State. And we're in the big ship, and fittingly, everyone here ready to do battle as Tampa Bay gets ready to match up with the Pittsburgh Steelers. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden. And Charles, look, some might say that football is a young man's fancy, so to speak, but don't tell that to these two quarterbacks because they come in here with a lot, and I mean a lot, of NFL experience.
Hey, I like the young Turks. I like the Baker Mayfields. I like the Patrick Mahomes. I like the Lamar Jacksons. But I do like those grizzled veterans who know how to play the game, know how to run their team, and know how to handle difficult situations. Maybe I'm just showing my age, too.
Here's the former Utah Ute, Matt Gay, to get this one started. And off we go from Tampa. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. So the Steelers offense getting set for their first drive. They'll be led out by a guy who won his second Super Bowl ring right here in Tampa back in 2009, Ben Roethlisberger.
And he has an ability to rally a team, doesn't he? I mean, people around him, when he steps into the huddle and looks into their eyes, they really know how to produce. You remember that last drive in the Super Bowl?
In 09, hit Santonio Holmes.
Oh,
that was a great game.
Great game. And how about that throw and catch to finish it off? Big Ben Roethlisberger knows how to shine when the moments are big.
On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. And yes, complete to the tight end McDonald. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A good start offensively. 15 yards on the game's initial play.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. First carry for James Conner. Levante David in on the tackle. And on this offensive unit, one guy that's proven himself early in the NFL is Eric Ebron.
A very reliable target for a quarterback. They always love tight ends because they're right in their sight lines. If you get it to this guy, though, he can take it the distance.
Like 80. Check 45 to Mike. Man, I got you.
They'll run with the NC State man. It's Jalen Samuels. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down. The Bucs with an extra defender now in the secondary here on third down.
Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And that is incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
On fourth down, here comes the Steeler punter Jordan Berry to kick it away. Back deep, Jadon Mickens. great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked out at about the 3-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. And Tampa Bay trots out there now.
Hey, set. Alabama. 380. Watch the sled. Watch the sled. Rip.
Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. And he's upended at the 6 as they double their room to maneuver on a pickup of 3.
And that's frustrating for a defense because they've got them pinned down deep. And on the first play, they gave up a run that keeps an offense on schedule.
Yeah, because 3 to 4 yards, that's all you're looking for right there, right?
That's absolutely perfect, really, as a play call. You get 3 to 4 yards on first down. That's what they talk about to us all the time, about being ahead of the chains or on target, ahead of schedule. They were after that run.
And it's still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down.
Hey, set. 180. Watch it, check right, check right.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be fourth down. Great first drive defensively. 3rd and short, able to stuff the run.
And what it does is it gives not just confidence to your defensive players, it gives an overall feeling of, okay, we've established things here early. We can carry this throughout the game.
So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. Back deep for the Steelers, Ryan Switzer. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off the field.
And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. To the right side to Eric Ebron. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. They'll try and run for it with Connor, and he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
And we tend to give those running backs that are slashers a lot of credit, but how about guys who are maulers? Because that's what you want in short yardage situations, and we just saw that occur right there, didn't we?
Vertical, downhill running.
All right now. Like 5. 54. Nice, sweetheart.
On first down, it's Roethlisberger. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line.
In today's NFL, we're accustomed to the tight end getting downfield and creating plays and wreaking a little havoc in the secondary. Not on this one, though. They diagnosed that one really well.
Tried the dump off, lost yardage. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11.
Here we go.
Here's Roethlisberger. Going for the deep ball. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
They decided to air it out a little bit on that play, take a shot downfield, but the coverage was really nice, able to get a hand in and tip it away.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
Here's Jordan Berry now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Able to push his way through. Touchdown, Tampa Bay! Mike Evans, an 80-yard touchdown as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
Matt Gay on for the extra point. And that one gives the Bucs a 7-0 lead. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now it's Roethlisberger. That's caught by the 6'8" tight end, Zach Gentry. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. He got 29 yards that time. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46. Roethlisberger. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. Again, it's Roethlisberger. Ebron caught left side. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the 3rd down play.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Roethlisberger now 6 of 10 in this 1st half. He's got his guys a 1st down here. On 1st down, it's Samuels. It was Jason Pierre-Paul who was able to get him down.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Here we go. Lock 80. Check. Watch 54. All day, just like that.
From the 31, Roethlisberger. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
Every time. Keep putting that ball on the ground. That's our ball.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And they hit the home run last drive. 1 play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Brady. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. Can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
On play action, it's Brady. It's caught by Mike Evans. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 17 yards on the play and a Buccaneer 1st down.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Wait, here I come.
Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice gain.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. From the gun, it's Brady. And this is caught by Evans. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. They'll run it now out of the gun. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And just like that, it's 3rd down. That's about as good as a linebacker can diagnose that play, isn't it?
It certainly is, and what he did really well is that while he was diagnosing, he got his feet in motion without actually going anywhere and taking a false step that he had to make up later. He read it, got his feet in motion, and then he just took off and made the play.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down, and that will be incomplete. I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but maybe circle this play, because if they get the stop and hold them to a field goal here, that's a pretty good job. They're already down on the scoreboard.
A stop now would be vital for them because it could save them from having to do it multiple times later in the game in order to either get back into it or maybe have a chance to win.
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And he's going to miss this one. Wide to the left from distance. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is. Here comes the defensive unit now for the Buccaneers onto the field. And let's take a peek at some of the defensive effort here that's helped them get this first half lead.
Yeah, I remember in school, we used to have a term for it, break on it. When you see the ball in the air, when you see a receiver make the cut, and you anticipate it, break on the football, get there, make a play. And we've seen a lot of that so far in this game.
Coverage has been excellent. So an empty possession there. What do you think went wrong, Charles?
Well, it looked like maybe the plant leg might have given way just a little. And when that happens, guys have a tendency to pull through the ball to compensate. And in doing so, sent this one off target.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they felt like they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Check it back.
On 1st and 10 is Counter. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32.
In today's NFL, you hear all the time about stretching the field and creating space in order to run plays. A toss play will help accomplish that, because now you're pushing a defense to chase you all the way to the edges and to the sideline. That's a nice run, probing now early to try and get things done later.
On 2nd down, Connor looking for space. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. They blitzed there, but to be honest, I don't know if it would have mattered had they blitzed or not. That run play was going nowhere.
Yeah, it's really, really difficult at times to figure out where that defense is coming from. But if you're committed to running the football, You can get people up on those linebackers, right? Those guards don't have to block anyone at the line of scrimmage. They can get up to the second level and create some space.
On third down, Roethlisberger. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Shaquille Barrett in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to fourth down.
It's a team game, but sometimes individuals do stand out, don't they? How about that for a twofer? Tackle for a loss on the running play on the previous down, and then comes right back and gets a sack.
Here's Jordan Berry now, as he's on to punt for Pittsburgh. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. And they were in field goal range the last time out but couldn't connect.
And it's early in the game, so I don't think that the confidence just goes entirely out of, running your kicker back out there. But let's face it, some coaches have a little bit less patience for that than others. Let's see if they call the game differently now in terms of what they do on drives and not try and settle for field goals.
What we got? What we got? What we got?
28!
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. You've told me before it's tough to identify how to block a 3-4 defense. There wasn't a whole lot of blocking there.
And one other thing an offensive line coach told me, if you want to run wide against a 3-4, which is difficult to do because of the speed of the outside linebackers, it's often difficult for your offensive linemen to hit targets in space and create lanes for your guys to run through.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Working from the gun, it's Brady. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a fourth down.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
Here's Bradley Pinion now as he's on to punt for Tampa Bay. Here's Switzer. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And out will come the offense as they take over. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. The crowd maybe losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. They'll start the drive with Samuels. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Watch the pass.
On 2nd down, Samuels. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
Black 20. You're not ready.
Roethlisberger on first down. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a first down. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there.
They'll run on first down. Connor, and he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Ready? 180? Mike, 45. Get your swarm on!
That's thrown to Smith-Schuster out wide. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down. The Steelers on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Here's Roethlisberger. And he's got his man on the out route. And out of bounds right around the 20. They give him 7 yards on the play, and they do pick up the conversion on third down. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's got his man, the tight end, McDonald. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22.
We'll put that one in the win column for the defense. Trying to contain tight ends in the passing game is so difficult nowadays, but they did in a big way there.
A small bit of adversity here on what's been a strong drive as they come up 2nd and 12. Ben to throw again. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
And darn right, they did something to disrupt that timing.
And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd down and 12. To throw again is Roethlisberger. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. The sack by the Super Bowl champion and Pro Bowler Jason Pierre-Paul. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
So on 4th down, the Steelers call on the number of Chris Boswell for the field goal try. This from 44 yards out, left hash. Boswell's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive, but they stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal. And for the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
After the successful field goal try, here's Boswell to send it away. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go, baby.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Wait, 29, Alpha. Let's go. Come on.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he powers his way up past the 30. On the defensive end, Cameron Sutton with a tackle.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Back to the ground, this time with Jones. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5 on 3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 15 yards as Tampa Bay picks up the first.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
Wait, 180. Right there in the middle, 55. You better bring it. You better bring it. Hey, check it.
On first down, Brady. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
Brady again here on 2nd and 10. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Takes this to the 45. Broken tackle. Brought him a little extra space.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
The Bucs on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. Here it's 3rd and 3. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. Now we're going to get a timeout. Appears we've got an injured Buccaneer. We'll check on his status when we get back.
Let's get it.
Here's Bradley Pinion now as he's on to punt for Tampa Bay. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away.
Come on, baby, let's go. Get excited. Let's go. Let's go.
Our eyes shift to the defense of the Buccaneers now. And a big reason they've got the lead here in the first half, some of these hits we're going to see here.
Almost like they're a group of superheroes, right? Something out of a comic book. Boom, pow, biff. They are really playing well and making things happen on their side of the ball.
Taking me back to my childhood a bit.
There you go. You had a collection, didn't you?
I did. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
2nd and 9 now from the 21. Now Ben going to give this one to Connor. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
And the Steelers on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 9. Roethlisberger will throw. And that is incomplete. Not much going on this drive. Looks like they're going to have to punt it away, CD.
And right now, I know a lot of their fans are screaming for the OC to change things up, get away from what he's been calling. Sometimes you just need better execution of the plays that have been called.
Here's Jordan Berry now, as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. On the return is Mickens. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. And they'll be looking to avoid what happened last time with just punting the football.
But when you look at how teams play the game, that complementary football comes into play. How do I take care of my defense? How do I take care of my offense? Well, the defense is taking care of them in a lot of ways. Now it's time for the offense to jump things up and help their defense out. Give them a little bit of rest.
Yeah, time for them to give them a rest. Took the words right out of my mouth.
Sugar!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
You better be afraid of me. Hey, go 66.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. And he's able to get more than half of what they needed. That brings up a 3rd and 5.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
The Bucs on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5.
Check 13. Check 13.
Shotgun now for Brady. Looking deep downfield. And that'll be incomplete. Now, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. Here's Bradley Pena now. He's been terrific so far. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Juju Smith-Schuster and the rest of this offense heading back out there. A chance maybe here for them to get him more involved. They're down here on the scoreboard, and he's been very quiet.
And the silence has been deafening for his team. They don't need that at all. They need fireworks. They need explosive plays. They need him touching the football in any way possible. Maybe go to some jet sweeps. Anything to get him going.
Yeah, something to get him the ball. We'll see if they can do it.
230. Check 45. All day punt.
They start the drive with Counter. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Offensive line really didn't give him any room to maneuver on that play.
Things closed pretty quickly, didn't they? And how about the wrap-up at the end of that tackle? Left no doubt there would be no additional yardage to be found.
On second down now, it's Connor. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. Now Roethlisberger. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. Here's Jordan Berry now, as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. We're in the second quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. Through the air first, maybe they have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on, and then there will be running lanes to find later.
Yeah, try to get him more involved here on this drive, maybe. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, Brady. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a 1st down.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
On 1st down, it's Jones. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
They'll get only a couple down to the 44.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Brady going to try and throw on 3rd down. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point, and they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice, an ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this score will stay right where it is. So it's a second missed field goal here in this first half. He'll have to think about that going forward. Maybe time for a little soul-searching as well.
Yeah, the head coach might be looking towards the heavens because you wonder if this will affect the 4th down decision-making going forward. If you get 4th and 3, 4th and 4, situations that used to be calls for the kicker might get a second thought.
This offense got to be loving this. After the long missed field goal, they'll take over on the other side of the 50, 1st and 10.
Y'all playing the wrong football.
Roethlisberger will hand to counter.
Here we go.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Ready? Block 80! Mike, 45. Hey! Block it, son! Block it, son!
On 2nd down, Samuels. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
And that's a nice pickup of a 1st down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. That'll be taken in there by James Washington. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. James Washington, 38 yards. And the Steelers have taken the lead.
And that's exactly what you're supposed to do with good field position. You make the other side pay when you don't have far to go for the score.
Chris Boswell now for the extra point. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it ends with the Steelers finding the end zone. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is taken at the 3. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. And we shift to spotlighting Mike Evans. He's probably someone they want to get more involved at this point. 2nd quarter down to the scoreboard, and you know that he can be a threat.
And because he's such a threat, as well as so productive, I'm with you on this. They've got to get him the ball more, give him more opportunities for them to have a chance to erase that lead.
Certainly they'll be looking to get him even more in the mix this go-around.
Wait, set, wide, 80! 5, 5, 5. Pick me up. Here we go. Hey!
Throwing on 1st down is Brady. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. From the shotgun to give to Jones. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Run coverage excellent there from the defensive end position.
How many times do we sit with coaches and they talk about a base defensive end, a guy who can anchor and play with leverage? We just saw a great example of it. And how about the bonus, tackling the runner for a loss?
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Brady. Open man, he's got one. It's complete. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. His first catch, good for 8 and a first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Let's go one more.
On the counter, here's Jones. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down.
They just keep trying, but so far, finding no room for him to run.
None whatsoever. In fact, you run the numbers, he's under 3 yards a carry at the moment.
Wait, 10, 180. 98's the mic. Yeah, that's what I do. 72.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Brady. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Vince Williams coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
The Bucs on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 17. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And possession will switch hands. 1st and 10. Getting set to go again, Ben Roethlisberger heading back out there. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes, but right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter. On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
Roethlisberger going to get this one to Connor. Stop shy of the 45. Showed off a nice little move on the play, though. It's a gain of 5, and it'll make it a 2nd down. They'll break the huddle, send 3 receivers left, 1 to the right on 2nd and 5. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
Like 80! Let's go, tackle, let's go. We got this, we got this.
They go draw play. This is Samuels. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. And let's see, the Bucs with 6 DBs, so a dime set here on third down. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. This is Johnson. He's got it. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 40. Well, you think he loved the protection he had there all kinds of time.
And you're so right. How could you not love that? Great protection. The big guys up front really locked in on it. No one gets near the quarterback. He's got all the time in the world to survey the field and deliver for a first down.
And the big boys up front, a big reason why they're also winning, too.
45. All right, now. Black 20.
Throwing now, Roethlisberger on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over, and then they get a chance to continue their drive.
So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Now Roethlisberger to throw. He finds his tight end, Gentry. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the right hash, this from 53. And that is no good. He hit it well from distance, but he couldn't work it back in. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded at the 2. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
Let's go! Let's go!
Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start in the third quarter. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Wait, set. Round 80. Round 80.
Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I come.
Rip. Ready, hit.
On 1st and 10, here's Brady. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
I hope you brought your lunch because I'm about to take you.
Play action. Now it's Brady. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 38-yard line.
I've got to make sure that I don't take Tom Brady's greatness for granted, that we make it routine. How about that throw right there?
Yeah.
Another great completion.
And you know one area where he honed his throwing? He was a catcher in high school. He was actually drafted by the Expos in 1995 in the 18th round.
Wow, that would have been something to see him behind the dish.
Think he gunned down a few guys?
Gunned down a few guys trying to steal second. That would have been fun to watch.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, it's Brady. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a gain of 16, first down Tampa Bay.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. Brady, 11 of 16 through the air. It's 1st and 10. Now Jones. And able to work his way down to the 16. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They fake the handoff. Now Brady. Blitz coming, and down he goes. T.J. Watt causing the disruption. He gets the sack.
Yeah, that's how we do it.
And we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Wait, that play, 20.
98's the mic. Watch the pass. Here we go.
50.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll get to him short of the first down at about the 16. That'll be good for 6, but now it's 4th down.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front, they moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
Here's Gay for the Buccaneer field goal. From the right hash, this from 33. And Gay knocks this one through. And that will knot us up at 10. So they come away from this opening drive of the third quarter with only 3, but it does draw them even.
Yeah, that has to be job 1, doesn't it? A touchdown definitely would have been nice. We know that. But here, you get back on even terms, and now you've got most of the second half to try and get yourself into a position to win.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Running to start the drive is Samuels. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down in the backfield.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Staying on the ground with Samuels. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. It'll be a 5-yard pickup there, so from 2nd and 13, they're back to a more manageable 3rd and 8.
Wide 80.
Check 45, come on. Check back.
From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And that is incomplete.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. Call it 46 yards on the punt, just a single yard on the return as he was covered quickly. And this offense trotting back onto the field. Let's turn our attention here to Ronald Jones. And after a sluggish start, he's really bounced back. The numbers bear that out.
And you're a baseball guy, partner. How many at-bats over the course of a baseball season?
Oh, boy, 4 in a game.
Yeah, about 4 in a
Four
game.
4 times 162.
350 or so, right? Sometimes it takes a while for a guy to get going. That's my point. It's not the first few carries. You don't worry about that. As they go along, get that guy lathered up, get those blocking assignments down. Those 2-yard gains turn into bigger gains as the game moves along.
Brady now on first down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Jones. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
I would think as a play call, you want to look for some quick hitters to your tight end. Any type of a route to replace where that linebacker was. Because when you saw the speed with which he reacted and stuffed that play, maybe use that speed against him in the future.
Now Brady. And that will be incomplete. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off. So possession goes over here on the punt. Now the Steelers offense gets ready to get back onto the field. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh 1st.
All that practice time came to fruition on that play. All those timing routes that they work on through training camp, OTAs, minicamp, and just regular season, they got it done on that one. An out cut, ball was delivered, and picked up the completion.
Let's go, fellas.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player, you threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup. Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set them up.
From the 40 now on second down, Roethlisberger chasing Pierre-Paul, able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
So the sack, and now a third and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger. Now it's Roethlisberger. Open man, completes it to Smith-Schuster. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line.
Play to win.
A gain of 32 that time. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Now it's Roethlisberger. Ebron caught left side. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 17 at a Pittsburgh first.
There's a completion to the tight end, and I think that we're looking at something out of central casting, frankly.
Absolutely.
I mean,
size, the hands.
Speed, can flat out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you?
Set. 180. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
They'll run on first down. Connor, and he'll take this down for about 4 yards, down to the 15.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass, but in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
They'll stay on the ground with Connor again. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards. To say they've kept him under wraps running the football, that's an understatement. He's been completely neutralized.
Yeah, they've essentially taken him out of the game, haven't they? And you know all the teams say, we're not going to let him beat us. Well, that's exactly what's happened here. They've lived up to that.
A field goal would get them the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on third down. Roethlisberger will throw to the right side to Eric Ebron. And the tackle made at the 13. He is well short of the first. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he could scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
Now Chris Boswell for the Steelers field goal try. And Boswell's kick is good. And they will take the lead at 13-10. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
After the successful field goal try, here's Boswell to send it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Let's go, boys. Bring it on.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now. When he hits.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Alabama, 380.
Eat. And here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
Hey.
On play action, it's Brady. That's caught by Howard. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Brady now, 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Working from the gun, it's Brady. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Bud Dupree, credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Now Brady. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. Short throw pick 6 right there, those linebackers. They love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Boswell for the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over.
Wait, 10, 53! Go! Go!
Now Brady to try again after the pick six. He completes it to Evans. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Mike Evans, 77 yards, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Here's Gay now to add the extra point. It's up and good, and the lead's now down to 3 at 20-17. And they're able to get the connection on the long touchdown pass, and that's one of the easiest drive summaries you'll ever see. One play, touchdown. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Here comes Ben Roethlisberger and the Steeler offense back onto the field. How do you break down his game so far? Just the one touchdown pass, but sometimes the touchdown pass stat category, that doesn't tell the whole story.
It really doesn't. Not until you balance it with the error side. You know, and in this case, he hasn't thrown any interceptions. So a lot of people would call this almost a pedestrian game, kind of a bus driver game. But that's just really wrong. Being a bus driver is a good thing if you're running a football team, because that means you're in control and you're taking your team to the right places.
Yeah, he's been pretty solid. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Hey, God! Black 80! You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't doing nothing today. 36! Black is on!
On 2nd and 7, Roethlisberger setting up the screen. This is Samuels. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's third down.
So many screen passes are the result of excellent acting by everyone, but sometimes the guy who's getting the ball tips the play off. The running back, because he's eager to get the pass, and sometimes he doesn't act very well about whether he's going to block or leak out or whatever, and I think that they saw that, and that's why they're able to get to him on it.
They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. Now Roethlisberger, and he'll find Washington. That's complete, and he will have a first down here at about the 40. So that'll get them the first down as they get 9 yards out of that quick slant. Roethlisberger now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's first and 10. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. That went into the hands of his tailback, Samuels. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Play fake to Connor. Now Roethlisberger, and that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was 3rd and short, okay? They decided to throw the football incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
Here's Jordan Berry now as he's on to punt for Pittsburgh. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, let's see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10.
I'm going to run you over.
Hey, Alabama.
To throw again. Brady. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
One of the selling points of the in route is it gives the quarterback a really nice sight line to his receiver and almost on a direct shot able to throw the ball into the middle of the field and have a great chance of success as they did on that play.
From the gun on third down, Brady. Left side here, that's complete to Godwin. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a fourth down.
Receivers love having the reputation of being go-to guys on third down, and he was fighting Like he really wanted to have that reputation, didn't he? I mean, he came very close to making that a first down.
Broke the one tackle, but couldn't spring himself free. Here's Bradley Pinion now, as he's on to punt for Tampa Bay. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Big bet on the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 27. They begin on the ground here with Connor. Able to shake free for about 7 up to the 35.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the 3rd quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the 4th quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
Off the play fake. Here's Roethlisberger. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 23 yards the pickup there. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Here's Connor. Not much there, maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. From the 40 now on 2nd down, Roethlisberger. And he's got his man, the tight end, McDonald. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
That was a nice throw out there to the flat, but they defended that pretty well. The hope is to go ahead and put it on him so he can turn and get upfield and gain additional yardage. There just wasn't anywhere to go on that play.
If they want it first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Ebron's got it. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 27-yard line. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
All right, now. Block 80!
You got it, son. Double time. 3 down.
Block 80!
Check. 3 down.
Now Roethlisberger on 1st down. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead, you've got to protect it, and he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, 4th quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Roethlisberger. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Jason Pierre-Paul in there to get him yet again. That is his third sack tonight. They can't figure him out. And he was plus 5 seconds there with a football. Is there a time that a quarterback has to get rid of it?
Somewhere generally around 3 seconds. So just like we're playing in our turkey bowl, right, in our backyards, 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, that ball better be gone because anything past that, that's usually the end result.
So the sack, and now a 3rd and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That's where you belong.
So here we go. On now is the kicker, Chris Boswell. And quite a bit of pizza in this box. It's a 53-yard attempt. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that will double their lead as it's up to 6. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. After the successful field goal try, here's Boswell to send it away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. And last time out, they had to punt the football away. Anything positive possibly to take from that?
There always is when you're punting the football away. It doesn't sound like it because you're giving it up, but you've avoided a mistake.
At least you didn't turn it over,
You didn't turn it over, right? You're giving your defense a chance because you're punting the ball away, and they're set to go on the field as opposed to sudden change after a turnover. And wow, now you got to go out there and stop people. So, yeah, there's always something positive to be gained from it.
Brady now on 1st down. He's got his man on the crossing route. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a 1st down. So they're on that play. Offensively, they ran the crossing route. Defense was in zone coverage. So as a former DB, how tough is it to defend that?
It's really difficult because your natural inclination is to chase the receiver and maybe leave your zone. So you have to have discipline in order to talk to your other coverage guys and let him know that that receiver's crossing from your zone to the next zone. He's coming your way. Make sure you have him. And then when the ball is actually thrown, secure the tackle. When they're moving on crossing routes, if you miss a tackle, it usually results in a big play.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Sugar!
This is Jones. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 2 yards, good enough for a 1st.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Wait, set, 53!
Check 55 to Mike. Watch the screen.
Hey, both 66!
On play action, now Brady. Airing this one out for Evans. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. They were trying to erase that deficit in one play.
They certainly were, but how about the reaction time and the instincts back deep to force the incompletion? We might need to mark this one down. We may look back and say that was a game-saving play.
Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Brady. He finds his target, it's Evans. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 32-yard line. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this one. He's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him? Double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Now Brady. This one complete to Scott Miller. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now a draw play. This is Jones. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to see.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. From the gun, it's Brady. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 12-yard line.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
Brady's got his guys 1st and 10, and he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive. Brady now to throw, and he's got it. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Wait, that. What is it?
98 for Mike. Hey, let's get in them holes. Watch that.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Brady. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, I don't think we'll have to look very hard to find our play of the game. That was an absolutely monstrous big play right there. Backs to the wall. The offense has it in the red zone, driving for the winning score. And he says, not on my watch. And that is one happy bunch on the sidelines.
And now out come the Steelers. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at the 20. Shotgun handoff to Samuels. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. To throw here, Roethlisberger. And he hits his tight end, Ebron. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. It'll be a gain of 17 at a Pittsburgh 1st.
And that pickup of a 1st down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
Wide 80.
Yeah, right there. 54 Mike. Wild Bill. Wild Bill.
Throwing now, Roethlisberger on first down. Complete, it's Johnson. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
They don't want it. Keep playing.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. An ideal spot here to get a first down and try to run some more clock, and this is second and less than a yard. On the counter, it's Connor, and he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down. Roethlisberger will throw. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this fourth quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
Black 30.
On first down, it's Connor. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Tackle made that time by Vita Vea.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
On second down now, Samuels. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. And a nice run. They're going to take this close to the first down marker at the Bucs 13-yard line.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism. They created some nice space for him.
3rd and 2. Now Roethlisberger. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Roethlisberger. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Trying to defend the out route there, got the PI call.
And you know what's difficult about that one is sometimes you want to make the undercut move and go for the football, and other times just want to hang on the upfield shoulder and make the tackle. I think he got caught in between and created a foul.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll try to run it. This is Connor pushing and fighting his way in. run for a Steeler touchdown. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Second effort there, he was determined to find pay dirt, and he did.
I think that's a great example of what coaches talk about, a back that runs behind his pads, and he uses pads to get him into the end zone.
And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for two.
Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball.
Here's Roethlisberger. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite, but in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a two-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Tom Brady leads the offense out for their next possession. With his guys trailing here in the fourth, he can ill afford a repeat of the interception that ended the last drive.
Yeah, you're 2 scores down. You take it upon yourself now to play perfect or near-perfect football if you want to get your team back into the game. But it's also tough to do when you're trying to avoid errors, yet still play perfect football.
Wait, that 53! Kill. Let's go, 66.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. That's a gain of 4 as we slip inside of 4 minutes left in regulation.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
I don't even know why this team showed up.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Brady, he completes it to Evans. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Here's Brady. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10.
I smell fear in that offense. 72.
Throwing again. Brady. And that's going to be incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Brady to throw again. And that is incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Brady to throw for it on 4th down. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he's going to get this into enemy territory at the 45. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Now Brady. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it. When you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
Brady's throw there complete. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. He's got Evans. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 1st down Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
A gain of 6 there on 1st.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose, and boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Clock running. The Bucs try to go quickly and get set. Throwing again on 2nd down. Brady. His throw caught right around the 6. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. The Bucs passing game looking good on this drive. It's a 1st down. First down now, but the clock continues to move. Again, it's Brady. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So the pass goes out of bounds, but he was not outside of the tackle box when he threw that. He's got to be careful.
You and I both know if it's even close, they're going to give it to the quarterback. They don't want to throw that flag unnecessarily. So if you're just in the area, you're going to be okay.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. Now Brady again. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
All right, Captain, it's batten down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on 3rd and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to. I think in this situation, you've kind of run out of your running plays. Fire another one into the end zone.
The Steeler defense proving its mettle here. And now this is 3rd and goal. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage, after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
They'll go with Jones. And not only will he not get in, he's going to lose yardage. They stuff him back at the 4. They stop him on 4th and goal at the 3. And the Steeler defense will celebrate the goal line stand. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. And still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes they have a guy upstairs who monitors this at the end of the game. A little clock management 101.
Black 80!
45.
It's Connor as they stay on the ground. He'll try to get forward, but he's going to be stopped in his tracks at about the 3. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. They stay on the ground. Here's Connor again. Well, that gives them a little room, but not much. A gain of 2 to the 5. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. On 3rd down, it's Connor. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down. Here's Jordan Berry now as he's on to punt for Pittsburgh. So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. With that, we bid you good night from Tampa.